Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to talk about one of the greatest bands of all time, the fabulous Beatles. These guys were simply revolutionary in music and pop culture. And if you don't know much about the band's history yet, don't worry, I'll tell you everything. It all started in Liverpool, England, in 1957, when 16-year-old John Lennon formed his first band called the Quarrymen. In 1958, he invited 15-year-old Paul McCartney to join the band. And that's how it all began. Over time, the band changed lineups and added new members, such as George Harrison, Ringo Starr, and others. In 1960, they changed their name to the Beatles and signed a contract with the record label EMI. That's when the real story began. The Beatles released their first album, Please Please Me, in 1963, and it was an immediate success. They dominated the music charts and became a worldwide sensation. With their catchy music, romantic lyrics, and unmistakable voices, they won the hearts of millions of fans around the world. But it wasn't just the music that made the Beatles so popular. They were charismatic, funny, and always had something new and exciting to offer. Their shows were a unique and unforgettable experience, with thousands of fans screaming and singing along with them. In 1964, the Beatles came to the United States and caused a total frenzy. They were greeted by thousands of fans at the airport, and their performances were a resounding success. They became the biggest rock stars in the world, and nothing could stop them. But as not everything is perfect, the band went through some difficulties. In 1966, the Beatles stopped performing live shows and focused on recording albums in the studio. This change was not well received by some fans who missed the band's energetic and emotional performances. Despite this, the Beatles continued to release amazing music, such as the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, considered by many as the best album of all time. They explored new sounds, styles, and ideas, always innovating and surprising their fans. But in 1970, the Beatles announced that they were breaking up. It was a sad moment for many fans who couldn't believe the band was ending. But even after the breakup, the Beatles continued to be a huge influence in music and pop culture. An interesting fact about the band is that they had a very special friend, Indian musician Ravi Shankar. He taught George Harrison to play the sitar and introduced Indian music to the band. This interest in Indian music influenced the Beatles' sound in many of their songs, such as Norwegian Wood and Within You Without You. Anyway, even after the Beatles' breakup, the members continued to make music. John Lennon released acclaimed albums like Imagine and Mind Games, but was tragically murdered in 1980. George Harrison released some successful solo albums but passed away in 2001 due to cancer. Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr continue to make music and perform to this day, and are considered true living legends of rock. You can't deny the importance and legacy of the Beatles. They transformed music and pop culture forever, and their songs are still loved and listened to by millions of people around the world. If you don't know much about the band yet, I suggest you listen to their albums and be amazed by the quality and diversity of their music. So, what did you think of the Beatles story? Leave a comment below about what you liked most about the band or if you have any interesting stories to share. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks.